Welcome to our live feeds spoiler show / pre-show party on Wednesday. Ooh, it's early. Why is it early? Because I don't know if you all heard, everyone. They're not giving us feeds after the double elimination. Oh, we're gonna miss all the drama. But don't worry, I have you all covered. We're going to do a lot of fun shows while the feeds are down after double elimination. I will be going live immediately tomorrow night. Let's not say immediately. Within 30 minutes of the show ending, I will be going live. And we will have our first of several feed blackout shows tomorrow. So that is going to be super duper fun. Oh, and I'm going to have giveaways. Just saying. But you guys are here now, is what I'm saying. Is you're here now, or we're here now. Okay, fine, you're here now. Calm down, relax. Let me know where you can go later. I mean, I'm gonna let you know. You don't let me know. You might know. We're letting other people know. YourRealityRecaps.com /BB19. Helps if I click the button. It's been a long day. You can see all of our past shows and podcasts and blogs and house guest interviews and cheat sheets and flashback times. Everything is over on the website. Of course, flashback times you can get to from the BB19 page, or if you just want to go directly there, YourRealityRecaps.com /BB19 flashbacks. A lot of the stuff that we're going to be talking about on this show has flashback times right now on the flashback page, so check those out. If you're watching this back later, consider becoming a fan over on YouNow at YourRealityRecaps.com /YouNow to watch us do the shows live, get alerted when we do them live, hang out in the chat room. And lastly, YourRealityRecaps.com /Patron. If you want access to the weekly patron-only shows, prize giveaways, special Facebook group only for patrons, that's all the benefits you get, but it really helps us keep going and bringing you guys shows every single day, now during Big Brother and after Big Brother. And we have a lot of fun stuff planned, by the way. We want to do like a rewind, like we want to go back and do old shows like The Mole and stuff. And of course, we're going to have all our holiday shows and Halloween and Christmas, but whatever. You don't care about that, Eric, because we're talking about right now. Okay, we're talking about right now. Speaking of right now, Mashup Show will be coming out very soon. That's right, if you haven't heard, mashups are back, so get ready for the mashup shows as well. And of course, you can always do a one-time donation at YourRealityRecaps.com /PayPal. Guys, Elena, I love her. Guys and gals, everyone, I love Elena. And look, I don't care if you all don't like it. Oh, I'm starting up the show right now. You know who I don't like? Alex and Christmas. But we're gonna get there, okay? We're on the train. Everyone get on the train. Here we come. Boop, boop, we're leaving the station. I'm angry. Okay, so, everyone. When we last left off, Alex drank the HOH juice. She is full. She has come down with HOH-itis when we last left. Girl's crazy. But she's HOH, as you guys already know. She ended up, oh God, this was so confusing. We did it. She ended up nominating, first, The Temptation. It was Jason that lost. It was Jason that lost The Temptation. It was Mark who won, so he was safe. We already went over all this on the other show, like 2 days ago. And then it ended up on the block that they were all on the block. Matt lost. I meant Matt lost. That's what I meant. I meant Matt lost. Sorry. It's right here, by the way. You know what I could do? I could just pull this up. Oop, but spoiler alert. Jumping ahead. Now you know who won the POV. So, okay, fine, spoiler alert, Matt won the POV and he removed Jason. But we're going to get there because there were so many fights along the way to get to that little bump in the road. Okay? So we need to get there. Now, what we're going to all watch tonight, again, we already did the Temptations and Noms and all that stuff on the last show. So if you missed it, watch it on the last show. We're going to talk about this show now. Is POV, punishments, fights, pillows, and cereal. And Alex, and Christmas, and Kevin. That's what we have to talk about. So, for those of you that don't know, the POV that we are all going to be watching tonight is the, like, swap out punishment POV. You know, where, like, the first person gets, like, the best prize, and then the, you know, or the last person gets the first best prize. Whatever it is. I'm bad at math. But you know, it's the one when you go down the line and someone gets a POV and someone gets a unitard and someone gets chained to somebody else and somebody gets never not slop hell. The catapult POV. Oh, was it a catapult? Interesting. Kevin Kids need to get off Twitter. Oh, we can talk about that too, Christine. Like I said, we have a lot to cover. Okay, so moral of the story is, before the POV started, okay, Elena told Alex, let's not punish each other. Let's not punish each other. And Alex is like, okay, cool, let's not punish each other. Sounds great. But guess what Elena did? She punished Alex. Elena, being the winner, could have chose the POV, or she could have chose $5,000 cash, or I believe she could have stuck with the punishment that she ended up picking, which was being a camper that has to wear the whole camping thing and then like set up a whole entire campsite and grill hot dogs for the house. But instead of apparently switching with one of the guys, she switched with Alex, taking Alex's $5,000, P.S., not taking the POV, even though she's on the block, and giving Alex punishment. So needless to say, Alex pissed. Alex is pissed. Let me let you know something about Alex. When Alex is HOH, she rules with an iron thumb. You thought Paul was bad. Alex owns the whole house. The whole house is Alex's. When Alex becomes HOH, she doesn't walk out of the diary room and say, who wants to see my HOH room? She goes out of the diary room and says, who wants to see my house? Because she owns it all. She owns every bed and every box of cereal and the light switches and the carpet and even your clothes. The clothes that you brought, those are now hers because she's HOH. Okay, so we'll get there in 1 second. So to tell you about the punishments here, I actually have a picture which kind of shows basically everybody's punishments. Here is Alex. She's the camper. She's to set up her little campground. By the way, P.S., why are we giving these house guests propane and lighters? Do not give these people protein and lighters. Give them protein, but not not propane. Jason is the unitard, which this year is extreme, where anytime anything happens, they come on and say, Kevin, Jason's so extreme, and then he has to yell how extreme he is. And Paul and Christmas are like tandem jumpers, like the people that jump out the planes, so they had to be tethered together. Now, Paul was the one that got the tethering punishment, and he asked Cody, and he was like, Cody, do you want to be chained together? And Cody said no. Shocker. Excuse me. I don't have my crystal ball with me, but I kind of remember where there is Empress Alex up in her HOH room and Lord Paul McCovingtonworth, who rules from a spiral staircase, which has forbade anybody from talking to Cody at all in any way. So I just thought it was interesting that Paul was like, oh, Cody, let's be chained together for 2 days so that only you and I can talk game alone. And no one had a problem with it. Seemed a little weird to me. Anyway, Cody was like, girl, I ain't fake, Paul, and I don't want to. So he was like, okay, Christmas. Why Christmas? I cannot wait tonight to see Paul's diary room, to see what his thought process is being chained to Christmas. Let me explain something to you. I know most people that watch this show are not children and we're all adults. Maybe some of you have children. Do you remember when you were a kid and would hang out with your friends and like ride bicycles? Or when you're an adult and you had a bicycle and you're like teaching your kid to ride the bicycle and they're ramming into your shins all the time or like running over your feet? Why would Paul pick to be chained to the bicycle, the scooter, whatever you want to call it? I don't understand why you would make that choice, Paul, this is what I'm saying. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. He already knows he's good with Christmas. Is he trying to keep Christmas away from somebody? I need to see what Paul's reasoning is for this. Paul has the hots for Cody a little bit. He asked Cody first and Cody said no. Correct, BB Hyde. We went over that part. I'm just interested to see what Paul's logic is, and hopefully they're going to give it to us in the DR room tonight. Sherry Blackberry in the chat room says he wanted to make nice with Christmas. Maybe he just really loves Christmas. Is this did Paul injure his ears or his eyes? Like, are Paul's ears and eyes still working? Because if your ears and eyes are still working, I don't know how much you love Christmas this week, is all I'm saying. So don't the shit out of me. Paul isn't perceptive enough to know the other house guests are emotional and don't play the game the way he does. I guess he can't see it. Yeah, maybe, Regina. I think he knows they're not playing it the same way. I think he knows they are. I think he knows so much that they're emotional that he knows he can play on those emotions to make anything he wants happens. I think Paul counts on the emotions of the people in the house in order to get what he wants. Because if you look at the past people that have been evicted, those are kind of the emotion-less people who were on to Paul that he gets rid of. He wants emotional people. He wants people he can just wind up like a little toy and then throw them into each other to start fighting like lunatics, because then the target is not on him. So I'm going to say, no, you are wrong. Okay, so Jason has the extreme every time Big Brother mentions anything being extreme, which P.S. he did not play it up at all as good as Paul did last year with the duck, Pablo. So there was that. Tandem was boring. It was only 48 hours. Jason is still in his extreme costume. Basically, the only exciting thing that Paul and Christmas did in the tandem suit was walk around the house together and, Paul pulled her. Ooh. Oh, lots of fun. I don't understand why Paul didn't get on the scooter with her. Like, they should have just both got on the scooter. Like, he could have sat and, like, put his legs up, and Christmas doesn't need a lot of room. Just stick your broken foot on top of him. So over her fucking broken foot. Honestly, I'm paying for the gods to win HOH. Well, yeah. Well, all right. So let's just go there. I'm pretty sure that is... that's all you need to know about POV, and that's all you need to know about POV and the punishments. Now, let's move on to the fights. Apparently, it all started when Mark, who is a have-not, okay? Have-not, spiky beds, with three other people. So 4 have-nots. There are 4 have-nots this week. Right? Yes. Lots of have-nots this week. He took pillows from Alex's bed. God forbid. By the way, they're all community beds. But Alex claimed the bed. He also apparently took a pillow from Paul. But he asked Paul. Alex lost her shit. Alex was like, "Where's my fucking pillows? I want my fucking pillows. You're a pillow monster. You're a pillow thief. I would have given you the pillow. If you would have just the fucking pillow, I would have given you." Like, her fucking head was going to explode. If you were going to give him the pillow, then give him the pillow and STFU Alex. Congratulations. There's no more STFU Helen. Now it's STFU Alex. You're from New York. I want to like you. But this week, I literally would rather have taken an ice pick, shoved it under my fingernails, and popped each one off than to have to listen to you screech around like a howler monkey over shit that doesn't even matter, Alex. Like, I legit took headache medicine 3 times in the past 3 days listening to these feats. I don't get it. Breezy Babe says, I can see why Alex has an ex-boyfriend. Oh, can you? You'd feel differently if you were a patron. Anyway. So Alex like, and Mark is just like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take your pillow, Paul. I'm sorry. Like, Alex, for me to say I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take your pillow. Okay, look, I see both sides. Yes. Should Mark have said, hey, Alex, is it okay if I take the pillows off your bed? Fine. But you're not around, number 1. Number 2, you're HOH. You have your own pillow suite and comforter and bed and throne already happening. It's not like Mark is Matt, by the way. It's not like Mark is like masturbating on your pillows and then putting the covers back on. I mean, not that any of you know that, but I'm just saying, it's like Mark would have not washed your pillow. Plus, Mark, the majority of the pillows that Mark took, he was like giving out to the other have-not people. Who are all remaining silent, by the way. Kevin, not a word. Kevin is just silent. He has nothing to say about it. He knows what happened. He's like, no, let's just let Mark go down for this one. Yeah, okay. Forward Flow says, Eric, this is not the way it happened. It's the fact that Mark takes everything and doesn't ask for anything. Well, I'm aware that this is the way that it happened. He didn't ask. Yeah, he didn't ask. He didn't ask Lord Mistress Alex if he's allowed to have the precious pillows off of her bed that she's not using, that P.S. is not her bed, so that he doesn't have to have spikes rammed up his ass with everyone else in the spike room. Pretty much that's the way it happened. Pretty sure. And he eats everything. He's a big boy. Leave him alone. Let's look at the way Cody handles it, and let's look at the way Mark handles it. I see Alex differently. Well, great. You're allowed to. I have to make this show funny, so this is where we're going. Let's get on board. I told you to get on board the train. You can get off the train, but on this train, we're hating Alex right now. The train will stop. You can get off and then love Alex again. We'll all do it. But for right now, the train is like a hating Alex train. It's funny and communicate, Alex Train. It's like you've never been to the show before. Okay, so back to the point. They're just being bullies. I do kind of think that they are being a little bullies. They didn't all need to gang up on Mark. Here's the thing. They are all power hungry. In my opinion, they all realize that they are the majority, they are in power, nothing is going to happen to them, so they are allowed to stomp around the house and treat anybody however they want and justify it however they want and be on their moral high ground however they want because they're in power. They have the luxury to do that. The people that aren't in power, like the Marks, the Elenas, you could argue the Kevins, have to grovel around and be like, oh, okay, I'm so bad. Yeah, blah, blah. Because they would never do that if they weren't in power, in my opinion. Can't stand Christmas jumping in on everything. Like, Christmas just has to, like, get the digs in, get the digs in, get the digs in. Same goes for Josh. They always like, it's not personal, it's game. But here's the dig. It's not personal, it's just game. It's because he's a loser. It's not personal, it's just game. It's because he eats all the cereal, he's so fat. It's not personal. It's a game. You're a horrible human, selfish being, you dickhead. All those words sound personal to me that they keep interjecting. I'm just saying. I'm so tired of hearing Josh repeat everything 100 times, says Jennifer P. So am I. Josh, I think, is like me. Maybe he has a bad memory. Clearly has a bad memory. Let me ask you this, chat room. Let me ask you this. For part 2 of the fight, that's going to involve Elena, which I'm sure, going to have flashbacks of. Just to be clear, Elena never threw anyone under the bus. correct? Because I know Josh's whole thing is that Elena threw, and I know the chat room is going to be split on this, but I know Josh's whole thing is like, you threw out Paul's name and this name. I really remember that conversation, and I don't feel that she did that at all. I feel like Josh does have trouble understanding things sometimes. Okay, thank you, Laura. Correct. She didn't throw anyone under the bus. Agreed. Teresa, she did not. Minnie Sarah said she did that. I feel like she did not. I remember the conversation, and I get Elena's point. I mean, whatever. Let's move over to that one since we're talking about it right now anyway. Pillows, whatever. Pillow fight kind of died down a little bit. Of course, Josh took it, as his time again to beat the dead horse of Mark, you take everything, you eat everything, you're a monster, blah, 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 blah. I don't trust you in the game because you flip-flop, you're a flip-flopper, whatever. Josh's lies don't matter. I mean, Josh's lies don't matter. I just don't like when they all act like they're not doing the same exact things that they're mad about. Like, they're all doing the same exact things. And I don't know if they realize it, which is the part that kind of makes me a little crazy. I agree, Jado. She was just saying the people that were better than her. All right, so let's jump into that one. So yesterday, after everything kind of died down. Oh, hold on. Doot. Breaking news from Dancing Amy says, I watched it on Pop TV. You missed part of it on the feeds. She gave them as options to go up on the block. That's right. I do remember that little tidbit. Apparently, if you only watched it on the feeds, we missed a part of it. That is a good point. I did forget that. So if you only watch it on the feeds, we missed a little part of it. So apparently Elena did give them as options. Okay, fine. Then good. Then that makes more sense. Because I sit there and I'm like, I'm a crazy person because I totally understand where Elena's coming from, and I feel like Josh is insane. I feel like, how does Josh not get that she was just giving him other options? Because, whatever. All right, so let's go over to there. So after Alex flips out over the pillows, then we move to the yesterday where shit went even crazier. And I don't know how much of this we're going to see on the feeds. And here's kind of how I want to do this, because essentially we only have a half an hour left. I'm just trying to give you all the bullet points now. Then we're going to watch the show tonight, right? Then we're going to watch the show tomorrow night. Then we're going to talk about all the stuff that they did show on the show, because I feel like they're going to leave so much out. But until we see what they show and what people are saying in DRs, this is just kind of like the little wet your whistle to what you're going to see tonight. Okay, so Cereal Gate. Apparently, aside from owning the beds and the pillows and the blankets and the sheets and your clothes and her clothes and all the Coke in the house, for the love of God, all the Coke is Alex. You know how you get the Coke and it says share a Coke with? Alex made them all say Alex, but she crossed out share and it says don't share my Coke, it's, and then Alex. She is insane, is what I'm saying. And that is a fact, and that happened, and you can quote me on it. So Alex owns it all, is what I'm saying. All of it. Now, in this instance, for the moment, I am on Alex's side. For the moment, I'm on Alex's side. So apparently, she told Cody, yes, you can have a bowl of cereal. Well, Cody took that to mean, I'm going to eat the whole box of cereal. And then when Alex went to Cody and was like, dude, why are you eating my whole thing of cereal? He was like, fuck you, I'll eat all your cereal if I want to. Which he said in front of Jason, which all of a sudden Jason found his personality and stood up to Cody. And it was amazing. oh my God, Jason, all of a sudden, it's like you realize that there's this game happening around you and you're going to take a stand. You're taking a stand against the wrong people, but I'm just saying, whatever, you're taking a stand and I like it. Welcome to the game, Jason. So Jason was basically going at Cody and was like, don't talk to Alex like that and blah, blah, blah. Cody was doing the thing that he's done to Josh, and he was like, Josh, I don't want to hear you. I don't want you to talk to me. You don't even get it. You don't even get it. I don't want to talk to you. He was doing that one to, like, Alex. I mean, we didn't see it. We kind of heard it on the retell. We missed the cursing out of Alex, so we just have to go on the retell of it. Maybe we'll see it tonight. So, yeah, it's funny how they're putting targets on their backs for meaningless things. I agree, Mad Chatter. So, Josh, again, like, I didn't even really get into it, but after the pillow thing, that is when Josh decided to call Mark out again. It went on for like 45 minutes with the whole house involved after the pillow thing, where Josh has to clarify, oh my God, game and personal, line in the sand, and you're a flip-flopper. Okay, well, next day, Josh said again now. Alex and Cody are fighting, and guess what? This is Josh's big opportunity. We're gonna call out Mark again. I mean, it did start kind of quietly in the APSR room, and then once Alex and Cody started fighting, then they moved over, and then I guess everyone just started escalating it. The paranoia is in full effect, says Kelly Rice. You know, paranoia is. So, all of a sudden it turned into everyone demanding from Cody to explain his relationship in the game with Mark. And kind of also Elena. And they were kind of thinking that Cody being a dick to Alex was like him trying to make himself him trying to make a bigger target on himself to protect Elena is what Alex was accusing him of. Here's the thing. And this is where I go back to. This is a group of people who have always been in power because of Paul. They really have... I mean, I guess you could argue Alex in the beginning a little, but I don't know. They all pretty much have been safe this whole game, are totally fine, and actually believe that they deserve the answers to the questions. If I was Cody, and I hate Cody, and I can't believe I have to defend Cody, I would have done exactly what Cody would have done. I would have been like, oh, do you want an answer? Hold on. It's right here in my bowl of cereal. Oh, fuck you. Oh, yeah, fuck you. Oh, is this on? Fuck you. That's what I would have said to Alex. I don't owe you an answer. I don't have to tell. If Mark wants me to tell him the answer, if Mark is like, hey, can you help clear my name? I'll clear Mark's name. Why am I going to circle jerk off the 15 of you surrounding me demanding answers when you have not been on my side this whole entire game and you're all Paul's little sheep? Are we baking fleece blankets right now? Line up, shave all your fleece off, you little sheep. Like, why do you think that Paul owes any of you an answer? Then there's Christmas. He's not gonna give us an answer. Nope, he can't do it. He can't give us an answer. Nope, he won't do it. He wants to. Oh my God, I want like a megaphone. I just want to be like, shut the fuck up, Christmas. Can you like interject anything other than like your little side snippy bitchy comment? That's like all she's offering. Like and I loved her. Like in the beginning, I loved her. She is on my last nerve. She's on my last nerve that Christmas. Last nerve Christmas. Last nerve. Jennifer P says she has become so smug. I agree. They all have. Here's the thing. I personally think it's because all of them don't want to win. They don't really care. They're like, let Paul win. Whatever. Paul's going further. They don't even care. They're okay playing it this way because... I don't know, because they want Paul to win. Do I like anyone? No. No. If I liked everyone, the show would be real boring. The show would be me going, God, I just love Christmas. Wasn't it so? Guys, did you love the way that Christmas just interjects nothing to every conversation to escalate it? I love that too. Hey, did you guys love the way Alex literally lost her shit over a pillow? That was super fun. It was great feeds. But, you know. I think I put out the tweet that was like, you know how by like January 3rd, you're kind of over Christmas? For me, it's February. Like, I'm done. And I will say this, in case you don't understand that I just have to be overdramatic and angry about everything to make it funny. I disagree with people that say this season is boring. None of this is boring. Like, none of this is boring. This is all exciting. This is all great feeds. We have not had this much feed drama in a long time. So I love the feed drama. I just don't love the mentality behind it all. So for example, with Josh being like, Elena, you're a liar. You lied. You went back on your word. But so did you, Josh. Here's the difference. You have a team of 6 people behind you who know that you did it, so it's justified for you. Elena, the people that knew that she did it and why she did it, they all left. So, and they're all trying to get back, climb up the ladder. So no one's going to stick their necks out or lie for Elena. But you're doing the same thing. Just like admit that you're doing the same thing. Like, you don't have to admit it to Elena. I'm fine with them not... Oh, by the way, I'm fine with them not admitting it to Elena and Mark. But you know that Josh is going to be in the HOH room. You know that Josh is going to be in the DR, sticking to the same story. Like, he literally doesn't grasp the fact that he's doing all the same stuff that he hates Elena for. And that's the part that annoys the shit out of me. About all of them. Because, like, I feel like they all do it. Raven is the worst 100%. 100% Raven's the worst. Raven and Matt will not get into any conversation or argument. Whenever there is an argument, whenever anything bad is happening, Raven, Matt, gone. And everyone else notices it. And by the way, everyone, if you're like, oh my God, Eric, you are such a mean monster going after poor, precious Alex and Christmas. Well, guess what, everyone? I'm pretty sure that you all love Kevin. Guess who they're all going after next? After Mark, after Elena, it's Kevin. And I have news for you. They're going to bump Kevin up the list. Watch and see. Oh, Kevin is on the list because he's just not toeing the line. He is not in the fights. He is not in the arguments. If you are not full sheep, you are no sheep, and you are not allowed in the flock. You have to be all sheep to be in the flock. If you are not all sheep, you go. You're like a zebra or something. I don't know. Kevin is not a good BB player, but I like his jokes. Oh no, Kevin is a horrible BB player. Kevin is probably good. You know what Kevin is good at? Being in the mafia. By the way, I think it was Lindsay who sent me the one of the things that Kevin's kid said on Reddit, because, you know, a lot of people were saying it was inappropriate that Kevin was kissing Christmas, and, you know, his son, I guess, was defending his dad, being like, my parents' marriage is fine, and my dad does that with all of his friends that are women, so everyone just needs to relax. And then the kid goes, P.S. also, my dad's not in the mob. I don't know a lot about the mob. I mean, I am Italian, and I live in New York. However, I'm pretty sure, much like the patron group, the first rule of the mob is you don't admit that you're in the mob. I'm pretty sure. Like, as if the other option was him being like, but you're totally right about my dad being in an organized crime. Yep, you nailed it. Organized crime is what my dad does. I don't get it. However, someone said it earlier in the show. the kids on Twitter, I don't know. I mean, look, I would do the same exact thing. If my family member or friend was on the show, I would probably be on Twitter and just as emotional. So I full on admit that I am being a hypocrite when I say it. I just feel like for the sanity of the families, I just personally feel they should not be on Twitter. You're on Twitter, you're opening yourself up to everything. Like, I understand that kid is watching his dad play. So, Kevin's kid was saying, none of these people are invited to Christmas. I'm going to tell my dad everything. All these people mocking him and laughing at him behind his back. And then he has to walk into the HOH room, broke my heart, made me cry for my dad, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, those are all completely justified feelings that you, as that being your dad, should feel. But because you're saying them on Twitter, everyone's going to attack you. So yeah, I know. He's only like 17. That's what... it's hard. It's hard. I wish all family members would just like pump the brakes, say off. Oh my God. We have to go. Oh my God. We only have like 20 minutes left. Okay, let me go back for one second to the original pillow fight, because I forgot to tell you the best part of the pillow fight, which is my favorite part of the pillow fight, and I just have a feeling this is not going to make the show. Josh called sleeping with Elena in the double bed in the Rose Room, and then Mark got the slop pass, so he got off of slop. So he's back in general population, and he's going to sleep with Elena. And Josh was like, no, girl, I'm sleeping with Elena. Then they had the biggest fight over who was going to sleep with Elena and who's going to sleep in the bed. And Josh was like, look, you're not sleeping in bed. I called the bed. Again, we're calling beds. I called the bed last night. Okay, first of all, if I as an adult was having that conversation with Josh, who P.S. I love, right? And he was like, I called the bed last night. I would have been like, okay, Josh, you can have the bed. By the way, Josh, I call the bed every other night for the rest of the season. So now we don't ever have this conversation again. Because apparently calling beds now is the thing. And let's be real. Josh was just doing it to annoy Mark. Like, you're so confident that Mark is going to go next week or the next week. You have the whole rest of the summer to sleep in the bed. Let him sleep in the bed if you're that confident. But again, in power, knows he has backup from everybody, knows he can be dominant like that in the game. I would love to see what a Josh and Paul, even a Raven and Matt, but mainly because I feel like Alex is pretty even-keeled until the past 2 days when she has lost her shit over cereal, beds, and pillows. But I would like to see what a Josh and Paul in danger look like, because I guarantee you they wouldn't walk around the house like they do right now. I guarantee you they wouldn't. I guarantee you they would be starting fights over pillows and beds and pots and pans. That's all shit because they know they're in power and they control the house with numbers, and there is nothing anyone can do about it. Until the DR says, hey, you guys are acting like bullies, and then they actively try to change their own narrative, because not that they're not, like, first of all, I don't think anyone is a bully in the game, but you know what I'm saying. Like, they become more aware of how they're being edited and portrayed, so they actively try and stop it. Annoys the shit out of me too. Like, just be you. Kevin has an issue with Paul and Alex, and he isn't calling them out either. He does it behind their back, so no one is better. Regina, I agree with you. They're all trash bags. No one in this house is good. They are all playing the game. Let me rephrase. There's no good. There's no real bad. I mean, okay, that's not true. I mean, things Cody have said are bad because they're out of game context things. Those are bad. But in general, all of these people lie, cheat, manipulate, backstab, play the game.